Hello friends, it's Kristie Marcotte. In today's video, I'll be using Spellbinders July 2023 Glimmer Club Kit of the Month. It's called Glimmering Christmas Flora. The club kit includes the dies and also a brand new roll of glimmer foil. And it does vary which glimmer foil you'll receive. I received the polished brass color. The main die this month is this fun foliage wreath piece with the window opening. There's also the die to cut out that window. There are two sentiments, Merry Christmas and May all your days be merry and bright. And there is a coordinating die for each of the sentiments. If you are interested in subscribing to the Glimmer Club or any of Spellbinders club kits, I do have links provided in the description box below. So let's go ahead and get started with card design number 1. And I've already done the hot foiling off camera. I used the polished brass glimmer foil on some white shimmer cardstock. Now I'll use the coordinating die to cut out that window. To hold the die in place, I'm using Spellbinders Best Ever Craft Tape. This is the 5/8 inch size. Next, I'll add some thin foam dimension on the back side of this panel. I'm using Honeybee Stamps white foam strips, putting one piece along the outside edge, adding one along the edge of that cutout window, and I'll also put a small piece in each corner. That way there isn't an area that sags. I'll remove the release paper. I've already hot foiled the sentiment Merry Christmas on some dark green cardstock. This is the Forest Color cardstock by Spellbinders. After I've removed all of the release paper, I'll flip over this panel and line it up over the foiled sentiment, making sure to get it nice and straight. Then I'll put adhesive on the back, layer this piece on some gold mirror cardstock, and the gold mirror cardstock is from Spellbinders. I still have a few sheets left over from their card kits last year, but you can also purchase a pack of their gold mirror cardstock. I did not do a good job layering this panel on the gold mirror cardstock, and I was trying to pull it up. The only part I had adhered is the lower corner, and it did not want to peel up. The foam strips from Honeybee Stamps are super sticky, and usually that's a good thing. But I was able to peel it up. I did stretch out a little bit of that foam dimension, so I used my scissors to trim off that extra piece. So I tried again, and this time I layered it evenly. I'll put adhesive on the back of this piece and layer it again on some dark green cardstock. Then I'll put my card front onto a card base. All of my cards in this video are American Standard A2 size, 5.5 inches by 4.25 inches. For a little extra detail, I cut out a few pieces using Spellbinders Make It Merry Florals die set. This is a brand new set that was just released with their Make It Merry collection. I have one flower in red, and I'm putting a piece of gold glitter paper on the back side. Then I'll add some foam dimension on the back and adhere it in the lower left-hand corner. I also cut out a couple of pine branches, a little foliage piece, and 2 of the pine cones. For the pine branches, I am trimming down the very bottom since I want shorter pieces. I'll tuck one above and below the red flower, put the green foliage piece on the left side, then finally add the 2 pine cones, tucking them in underneath the flower. This is a fun die set. It includes lots of different dies, perfect for making holiday cards this year. I have one final pine cone to add, and I did trim off the very top so I could tuck it in underneath the flower. So there is my finished card, and I did make 2 using this design. I love all that beautiful shine. For card design number 2, I have the same background, use some of the white shimmer cardstock, and cut out the window center. I'll be adding some red and white stripe pattern paper behind the window, and this is from Honeybee Stamps Make It Merry paper pad. I like the look of the stripes in the window, but it is a very busy pattern with those narrow strips. So first I'll add a piece of vellum on top. I'll flip over the glimmered panel, put adhesive on the back side of the window area, and add my piece of vellum. Next, I'll add thin foam dimension on the back. I love this foam dimension since it doesn't add a lot of thickness to the card. I'll remove the release paper, and leaving the card panel face down, I'll add the piece of red and white striped pattern paper on the back side. And it doesn't have to be lined up perfectly. I just want to make sure none of the pattern paper shows through on the outside of that white panel. I'll put adhesive on the back, then layer this piece on some red cardstock. And this is Spellbinders Crimson Cardstock color. I'll put ATG tape on the back and add my card front onto a card base. Next, I'll add the sentiment Merry Christmas. I foiled it on the same crimson cardstock color. I'll put glue on the back and adhere it in the upper portion of that window. And I'll also add the other sentiment that's included. May all your days be merry and bright. And I foiled that on the same white shimmer cardstock. I'll put glue on the back and adhere it underneath the Merry Christmas sentiment. For this card, I decided to keep it nice and simple, but it does still have all that beautiful shine. So there is my finished card, and I did make 2 using this design. And here's a quick look at the red and green cardstock that I used in the video. Both of them are from Spellbinders, and it's a nice heavyweight 100-pound cardstock. Now here's another look at the 4 cards I made using Spellbinders July 2023 Glimmer Club Kit of the Month. If you are interested in subscribing to any of Spellbinders Club Kits, I do have links provided in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.